Hi guys, it's Pastor Ken here, and the world has drastically changed over the past year with the pandemic that we've been through, that we're still going through, recording this during our third lockdown. But I have an announcement to make about where we'll be meeting as a church. So obviously we used to meet at the Ridges Hotel, which was the quarantine hotel, and there was a period of time where we looked like we would be going back to the Ridges. Hence, in the calendars that we sent out, we've got marked in there when we were planning to meet there, church at Ridges. Unfortunately, after that calendar was sent out, I was informed that the hotel had been sold to other operators, and that those operators are actually, it's the Ridges Hotels now that housing refugees, and so it became impossible for us to meet there. And that was probably about mid-December last year. And then since then, as a leadership team, we've been looking for a place where we can meet, and that's quite a testimony in of itself, with certain disappointments, certain frustrations, but ultimately God coming through. And my announcement is that as a church, on the 28th of February, we are going to be meeting, COVID permitting of course, but on the 28th of February at 10:30, we're going to be meeting at the Clyde Hotel, which is a pub near Melbourne University on the corner of Carlton Street and Cardigan Street. And so it'll be from 10:30 to 11:30 at the Clyde Hotel on the 28th of February. And afterwards, we're going to have lunch together there. And the church will pay. If you can come in and see what we're doing at the Clyde Hotel, we're going to be calling it Pub Church. If you can see what we're going to be doing at Pub Church, if you can make it on the 28th, then as a little kind of way to celebrate the fact that we haven't met for almost a year, and that we're kind of replanting the church at the Clyde Hotel as Pub Church, then we will pay for half of your meal afterwards. So whatever you spend as a family or as a couple or as a single and you're coming in, take that bill up to the counter and you only have to pay half of it. The church will pay the other half. And so we're going to be meeting at the 28th of February at 10:30 at the Clyde Hotel, finish at 11:30, and then lunch afterwards. And what we will continue to do is every second and fourth Sunday of the month, we will have Pub Church. And it's going to be part of our monthly rhythm. On the first Sunday of the month, we're going to have Church 246. This is our church planning initiative in the east, in the west, in the center. And we're also going to be having on the second of the month, second Sunday of the month will be Pub Church. Third Sunday of the month will be online church, and the fourth Sunday of the month will be back to Pub Church. Now, that's going to be our monthly rhythm, and I know you probably have lots of questions. We're going to make a few more videos just to work through the whole processes of the why and the how, but let me just address this first of all. So this might kind of look a little bit unconventional. Pub Church every second and fourth Sunday, that's a little bit unconventional. It looks unconventional, might even feel uncomfortable. Church in a pub, what's that about? What's that going to look like? Why are we doing that? Yeah, so I acknowledge it might feel uncomfortable, might look unconventional. In fact, it might even seem inconvenient. You mean you want me to drive all the way in from the outer east or the outer west and come to this church near Melbourne University? Why would we do that? It seems inconvenient to me. I acknowledge that. It looks unconventional, it feels uncomfortable, it seems inconvenient. But I want to remind you on our sermon yesterday, where we looked at Mark chapter 14, where Jesus received his greatest act of worship, and it was in an unusual place. Jesus received his greatest act of worship in the house of Simon the leper. Jesus shouldn't have even been there. It was an unsafe, unclean place for him to be. However, he received his greatest act of worship in an unusual place. And I'm just wondering if God can do something incredible in an unusual place, even if it's unconventional, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's inconvenient. And so let me leave you with that challenge. Let me leave you with that invitation. Come to Pub Church at the Clyde Hotel, corner of Elgin and Cardigan Street in Carlton, right near Melbourne University, and join us at 10:30 through to 11:30 for the service, and then stick around for lunch. The church will pay for half of the bill. And then over the next few days, we are going to be looking at why we're doing this. And I've got a very personal story of why I want to do this, why I want to meet in a pub. And then we're going to be looking at the how as well. So anyway, all this to announce the 28th of February at 10:30 a.m. the Clyde Hotel, corner of Elgin and Cardigan Street. Come for an hour and stick around for lunch, and we'll celebrate meeting together for the first time in almost a year, as well as replanting the church in this missional expression of the values of every nation. So thanks guys. As always, I'm Pastor Ken. Be blessed.
church. Here I am at our new location, so I'm going to take you for a look around inside the Clyde Hotel.